Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer. In this video, let's continue our journey to the relay. And in the previous videos, we've covered basically most of the topics from relay, the mutation, the query, the pagination, the connection, and the fragment, stuff like that. And today, it's a little topic about optimistic update. Let's see what they use for. So in our previous examples, like we are adding, okay, and updating, we are all following this pattern. Like we send our queries through our relay, the relay runtime, and send that query to GraphQL endpoint, and retrieve the response, and the relay will handle the internal store, the data store for us, and the UI will be updated according to the data changes in our local store. But here's the problem: because our applications are the requests are async, right? So there will be a time lag between our when the request is sent and the response is received. So to make this more obvious, let's try to add some delay. Notice that current applications are all run in localhost, so the the request delay is not that obvious. You can see that basically they're all instant, right? So let's just talk a little bit to add some the delays to our APIs, which is here. The first is update mutation. Let's here it could be async function. So rather than return it to do by ourselves, just as it is, we return a new promise. Resolve this to do and set it with like 4 second. Oh no, no, we should just set timeout here. Like a 3 second, okay? And we will do the same for this is update and add. And here, add. Cool. And return. Just copy the code. Add here. Entry. A 3 seconds delay. Let's see. Oh, also the remove deletion, right? Okay, let's remove is also have 3 second delay. Let's see what happens now. So the first is add. We add it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3 seconds later, right? We update it once. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and also with deletion, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so see, you can just see that it's a super not smooth, right? This is not what we want. Actually, if there is a there's nothing special, for like insertion or update. Actually, for our client side, we already know what the data is, right? So we can optimistically foresee the response before we send out the request. So that's the concept of optimistic update. It's on the relay document. You can refer to it. So the idea is very simple. So for each mutation, we define an optimistic response ahead of in our commit phase. Let's see what it is. So first, the simplest thing is mutation. So we do here because for update. Because for update, we don't need the updater here because the response has an ID. The relay will handle the ID for us. So for this case, we just in commit, we could just say, okay, our optimistic response would be, I guess I have 199%, unless there is some error happening. It should be some response like this, right? Okay, let's just copy the format and add some data. ID, obviously ID is not touched, so it's original ID. Title is something we updated, right? So if it's not updated with title, like the complete, it's optional. So if it is not passed in, we use the original title as a default value. For complete, it's the same. So now let's see what has changed, where we are updating. Updated 1. Great, you see that it's updated instantly. And okay, let's see the request. Okay, let's change it to 2. You see that even though the request is still pending, the UI is updated, and when the response can come, it actually has the exactly response we want. So the relay actually will revoke all the local updates before when the response came. But in this case, after it revokes it, it actually set up with the same data, so the UI doesn't have any change. So that's great. Even for the toggle, you see it's still sending a request, but we already got updated the UI. So let's make it an error to see what actually happens if this optimistic like estimation or foreseeing is not working well. Okay, when error happens, this for the update. Let's just throw some. Okay, after this, say 3 seconds later, we just throw some errors, right? Okay, we just throw reject. Okay. Reject something wrong. Great. Let's try it again. 111. Okay, when we send it, because the optimist is pending, it's 111. But after it, we got some errors, right? You see that the errors here, and it's the optimistic data is revoked, no matter the request is a success or a failure. So about the error handling, we will use another video explaining it. So in this video, we only talk about optimistic update. So yeah, so that's it. This optimistic update for the update. Let's see what happens for the creation. Okay, let's remove the error. For the update, we need to do the same, but just as the update would the relay would update the field with ID automatic for us. It doesn't add the entry automatic for us here in this add to the mutation. So we used this updater, right? This is the same. We need to use an optimistic updater. So I forgot the name. It should be okay. Anyway, let's first add the optimistic response. Okay. So it should be optimistic response. It should be a tier 2 the structure we define here. Okay, it's add to do. Sure. Add to the edge. Sure, no problem. Node ID. ID is something different, right? But since the data will be revoked anyway, so we could just use some unique ID generator. Okay, let's copy the UID here. Okay, where is it? Add to the here. Yeah, let's copy the UID here, and then we get the ID UID to do. This is for demo purpose. Okay, and title. Title is what we have for title, and it's complete. Obviously, it's false, right? So yeah, it won't work because relay doesn't handle this kind of insertion. So we need to add updater here, and actually the updater is the optimistic updater is this updater itself, I guess. Updater. You should be optimistic updater. I guess so. Let's try it over again. So we're gonna add one. Ooh, you see? That's instant there. Let's take a look at the network. Okay. 22. There's something wrong about the ID stuff. Okay, let's reload it. Okay, let's redo it. So there are only 2. Yeah, now let's insert a new one. 1. There's something wrong. The ID is updated. Let's see it over again. 2. It's pending, but insert it. Okay, now it's right. But the why it's updated? Because ID stuff, I guess. Yeah, the ID stuff. Okay, insert to do. Let's do it like this. ID conflicts actually. 3. Yeah, this is right. Okay, insert 3. After it, yeah, the 3 is there. So because we use the unique ID every time, we actually could just insert 2 items fastly before any of the requests to give us the response. Say 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2. Perfect. You see? Yeah, fantastic. Now, okay, a delete. Yeah, we have some problem about the delete. Let's handle the delete. Okay, just the same. Delete. This is the optimistic response. We should return the stuff like this. Delete to do. The deleted ID should be the ID. Great. Now let's delete it. Perfect. Even though the request is still ongoing, we can just delete them and add one. And then wait for the API to finish. So you see that previously we have all APIs with this 3-second delay, but actually now it's still, we don't feel it, right? So it's fantastic. Yeah, this is the power of Relay, I guess. The optimistic. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope it really helps. And yeah, in the next video, maybe we should cover something about the error handling, right? And loading state, about suspense stuff. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye.